confidence and belief in yourself, in your higher power that is walking with you to do these things and accomplish these goals that you set out on your entrepreneurial journey are a requirement to achieve whatever goals you have. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Success Spectrum podcast, where we dive deep into the world of finance, entrepreneurship, and personal development. First of all, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. For anybody joining us for the first time, we cover three things on this podcast. We cover personal development, finance, and entrepreneurship. So welcome, first of all, to the Success Spectrum podcast. And what we're talking about today are three gifts that you can give yourself in these areas, right? Finance, personal development, and entrepreneurship, that'll help you to walk into the new year as a bit of a different version than yourself, than you are now. A bit more confident, with a better plan. So that first gift we're going to talk about is a growth journal. And this is for number one, your personal development, a growth journal. So on your growth journal, you can have things, first of all, you can buy or create one. Doesn't have to be a lot of money. You can buy or create one, depending on how you want to go about it. There are some out there that have different prompts for you already set up and so on, or we can create one with your own prompts. And what the growth journal does is it helps you to track progress, reflect, and cultivate a mindset of gratitude, right? A mindset of continuous self-improvement. Because if you listen to this podcast, you likely are on that growth journey. You likely want to continue to elevate, right? Continue to evolve. And this is something that can help you do that. So it can be used to set intentions for the new year. Because sometimes we don't sit down. We might think about it when people ask us, oh, what are you going into 2025 hoping to accomplish, hoping to achieve, right? What did you learn from 2024? And then that's the moment we actually think about it, but we don't think about it beforehand. So this growth journal is something that can help us to do that. Me personally, I have an agenda that I buy. I'm not necessarily going to say who creates the agenda because there's no sponsorship, but the agenda that I get, it has a few different pieces to it. So the first page, let's say for the month, it'll go through each of the days, 1 through 30, 1 through 31, however many days in that month. And of course, it'll list holidays and so on. So it's like a full calendar of that month. The next page, it is in alignment with that month, but it breaks down different categories now, right? Whatever fitness goals you have, there's like little radio buttons or check boxes. Like, did you accomplish it? Did you get to the gym every day this week for these 4 weeks? Who did you need to call? Did you call everybody you needed to call? Any special notes you need to remember? Any birthdays this month? And it breaks it down into different areas like that, different categories. And it allows me to, looking at that one page, reflect on previous months or set up goals for the coming months, right? So with that growth journal, it's kind of in alignment where it'll help you to do that exact same thing. And then on the other pages, the one that I have, it'll break down the day. So January 25th, for example, it'll start from 8 a.m. and go till 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. And I can put in the tasks there daily to say, did I accomplish this? Did I achieve this? Or what time of the day did I get these habits done and completed? And so on. So I can track day by day, week by week, and for the whole month. And your growth journal is kind of in alignment with that because it allows you to do a few things. It allows you to, again, come up with those prompts if you're creating it yourself, or if you buy one with prompts in it, you have daily reflection prompts, weekly reflection prompts, monthly check-ins, right? You have, I think on mine as well, it actually asks, what are you grateful for, right? List 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. So you can have that same thing in yours, because now it helps you to, again, cultivate that mindset of gratitude, right? I have a saying that I like to live by, which is, I think I've heard it from, I don't know if it was Eric Thomas or CJ, but grateful, but not satisfied. So I'm grateful for all the things that I have in life, grateful for where I am, who I am, but there's more to achieve, more to accomplish. I'm on a growth journey and I'm not stopping, right? So similarly, 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. Actionable steps for your long-term and short-term goals, right? Again, you can have this in your growth journal because everything is there for you at a glance. And lastly, wins and achievements and lessons learned. So again, I said, if I look at my personal journal that I have, my agenda, when I look back on previous months, it allows me to see, did I hit my goals? If your goal, for example, is to work out 3 times a week for the month and you didn't hit 12, you only hit 9, well, you missed some days there. But you can look back on it and say, okay, I need to put a better focus, more emphasis on, and more of a priority on going to the gym 3 times a week. So the next month, because you tracked it, you now know what you need to adjust. So that next month you can make a plan and say, okay, I need to hit it this many times a day, or this day, these times, right? Or whatever it might be for you. But looking at that previous month, you can see, oh, I didn't hit it. I need to hit that goal the next month and stick to it. So again, it allows you to track your progress in that manner. Now, in alignment with that, it's pretty much a habit tracker, right? You can also have a habit tracker in your growth journal. And again, this is for the personal development gift that you can give yourself. Now, all of this, great. Sure, I've heard this before. I haven't done it. I thought about doing it. I did it for a little bit, but I stopped because I didn't think it was working. Okay, let me tell you some stats. There are a lot of stats out there. I'm just going to give you one stat. There was a study that says individuals who monitored their progress toward their goal were 42% more likely to achieve them, right? You set a goal, you monitor your progress towards that goal, you're 42% more likely to achieve that goal. It's almost half. Personally, I don't know about you, but if I can increase my chances of achieving a goal by 42%, tell me what I got to do. I'll do it. And if all it takes is having a growth journal and tracking it and setting the goal, making sure I'm, again, seeing that I hit it today, did I not hit it today? Did I do what I set out to do this week? Did I not? If that's all it takes, of course, with altering as I go to increase my chances by 42%, I'm going to do it. And I would encourage you to do the same. All right. And now a word from our sponsor. Do you have a child in your life who loves to color? A niece, a nephew, a son, a daughter, a neighbor? Remember when we grew up, we did A for apple, B for banana, and so on? There's something new in town. It's going to change generations financially. It's called Money Magic, ABC. This is a financial coloring book. They get fun pictures to draw, to color in. But instead of A for apple, we got A for asset. We got B for budget. We got C for crowdfunding. This is going to, while they're enjoying themselves, teach them the financial terms that we didn't know growing up. The financial terms that some of us still don't know. Financial literacy is key and vital. And instead of learning A for apple, learning A for asset at such a young age, it's going to change their financial mindset into the future. They'll be able to start off ahead of the ball, right? Ahead of the game. So go ahead and get yourself a copy and give this gift. Give the gift of financial literacy to your children and the children in your life today. Go ahead and click that link in the description and get yourself a copy. So that's where we talk about our personal development gift that we can give ourselves. Let's talk about the entrepreneurship gift that we can give ourselves. A vision board. And I know some of you don't want to hear it. I'm not an extremely visual person myself, but you could also write it down. Just write it on a notepad, right? You could write it on a note in your phone or type it out on your computer. You don't necessarily have to do a vision board. Right? I know some people are going to say, no, you have to. Whatever is best for you. If you can do a vision board, great. But if you know that doesn't necessarily, I guess, get the juices flowing for you, then yeah, write it out. Right? Maybe put some, I don't know, some quotes on there, for example. Right? Whatever helps you to say, okay, this is the goal I set, the vision that I have for the following year. When I look at this, it excites me. It helps me to move towards that thing that I said I wanted to do, that I set out to accomplish for the following year, right? So again, be a vision board, a goal or a vision statement for the following year, a note in your phone, a text document, however you want to go about it. But what you do with this now is you gather images, you gather quotes, anything that aligns with your aspirations for the coming year. What goals are you setting out to accomplish? Right? You want to be a better mother, better father, better friend, whatever the case might be, better son, better daughter, whatever it might be, better cousin. You want to hit certain financial goals, certain entrepreneurship goals, right? Because I know this is the entrepreneurship gift you can give to yourself, but you can, again, it's kind of in alignment with everything. It can be personal development, it can be finance, it can be entrepreneurship, however you want to go about it. But make sure once you do have that vision board or that vision statement, so that note, read it, look at it regularly. The reason why is, again, there's many studies out there, but this was a study done by TD Bank. Actually, it's a big bank over here in Canada. And they say 82% of small business owners, 82% of small business owners who use a vision board reported accomplishing more than half of their goals. So that same study said that individuals who utilize visual tools like a vision board were nearly twice as confident in achieving their goals. For anybody who's new to entrepreneurship, or you've been doing it for a little while, or you're thinking about it, I will tell you this. And anybody who's been doing it for a while, you know this already, but confidence and belief in yourself, in your higher power that is walking with you to do these things and accomplish these goals that you set out on your entrepreneurial journey are a requirement to achieve whatever goals you have. It is a requirement, confidence and belief. So if these visual tools, this vision board, can increase your chances and give you more confidence, to double your confidence and belief in yourself to accomplish these things, again, like I said with that personal development gift to yourself, this one increases your chances, or your confidence rather, it doubles it. Yeah, I'm going to do it because it's going to help me to be more confident, to feel more confident. And guess what? When you're more confident, you have a level of belief in yourself, you move different, you walk different. You don't walk with your shoulders slouched and your head down all the time. You walk with a certain level of confidence, because it's not arrogance, it's confidence. Because you know what's coming your way. You know where you're headed. You know which direction you're heading to. You walk a little faster. And when you do that, your energy attracts certain people. Those same people might be able to help you accomplish those goals that you set out to accomplish. You might attract certain things from the universe, let's call it, right? When you become the person you're meant to be, again, spiritual, religious, whatever you want to call it, but when you become the person you expect to be or you want to be, you start attracting different things. For example, if I know I want to make $1 million, do I talk like a millionaire? Do I do what millionaires do? Do I read the books that millionaires read? Do I take in the information and hang around the circles that millionaires would hang around in? Right? What am I doing that attracts that millionaire lifestyle, or that $1 million, let's call it, that allows me to actually step into it? Right? So again, that level of confidence, that level of belief, that increase, that already puts you in a better position. If you feel stuck financially, I wrote a book for you, and it's called Your Wings of Abundance, your strategic guide to uplift and empower you to financial overflow. This book was written with you in mind. If what I'm about to say resonates with you, then this is exactly for you. I wrote this book from the perspective of seeing my mother raise 6 kids on her own, right? Take care of us, pay the bills, go to work 2 or 3 jobs at a time. I wrote this book from the perspective of things that I went through financially in life, not having the financial knowledge, no one really stopping to teach me anything about finances, not knowing really what investments are or how they work, right? Knowing maybe 1 or 2 things, thinking I knew it all, but had no idea. So if any of these things resonate with you, go ahead and click that link in the description and get yourself a copy. If you know anybody that it resonates with, do the same for them. All right. It's almost the holiday season. Give them the gift of financial literacy, financial education. Now let's talk about that financial side, that financial gift that you can give to yourself. You've heard me say this, if anybody's been listening to this for a while, a few times, quite a few times on many different episodes, and you will continue to hear me say it. But a financial health check, right? A financial health check, a budget. Yes, I said the B word again. I know. Excuse my language. I said the B word. Review your budget, set savings or investment goals, and plan for financial elevation in this coming year. This is the financial gift rather, that you can give to yourself. Investment goals, savings goals, review your budget, and plan for financial elevation in the coming year. What percentage of your dollars are going into which category? What percentage of your dollars are going towards debt payments, towards charity, towards your expenses, towards buying that new home? What percentage of your dollars are going to you, right? For your personal profit that you can use for whatever you want to use it for without feeling guilty. What percentage of your dollars are going towards business development, towards business marketing? Figure that out, plan it, strategize, and here's the big thing. Once you have the plan, implement it and stick to it. Get the plan, implement it, and stick to it. 3 simple steps. Follow that, and I don't want to say I guarantee you, but follow that, and it is almost certain that your 2025 will look different than 2023. One other key point to make here is, again, a point that you've heard me say before if anyone's been listening, but how much you make is important. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not. It is important. However, arguably, just as important, if not more important, is how much you keep. If you made $1 million this year, but you spent $1 million, how much do you have left? Goose egg. You got nothing left. Because you made a good amount of money, but you spent a good amount of money as well. If you made $50,000, but you were able to keep $10,000, $15,000, you're in a better situation than that person making $1 million but spending $1 million. I want to say it again because people don't really get this. If you make $50,000 a year and you save $10,000 or $15,000, you are in a better situation than that person making $1 million but spending $1 million. Why? A few reasons, but I'll give you one. One reason is because you could take a month off of work and you would still be okay because you have savings or investments to fall back on. That person making $1 million, if they don't make that $1 million that year, they might have to file for bankruptcy. They're not going to be in a good financial situation because they're saving $0. But you have a sense of financial confidence, a sense of financial stability, financial security, because you're putting your dollars where you're supposed to and you're keeping more of your dollars versus that person making $1 million. Sure, they might have a lavish lifestyle, or it looks like they do, but again, they're spending $1 million. They have financial insecurity. They have a monkey on their back they cannot get off, because if those dollars don't come in, their financial hardship comes their way. All right. So again, how much you keep is just as, if not more important than how much you make. All right. Just keep that in mind. Now, hopefully this was helpful for you. These are just some gifts that you can give yourself throughout the holiday season that could, again, change your whole demeanor, right? Change how you walk into the new year. So hopefully you'll utilize at least one of these, if not all of them, depending on where you fall, if you're an entrepreneur or not, or personal development. And again, these are kind of, for the most part, these are universal. You can apply these no matter who you are, right? If you have a business, great. If you don't have a business, great. You can still have a vision board, right? What do you want your life to look like? Where are you putting your dollars, right? If you do have a business, that financial piece, that could be the personal finances or the business finances or both, right? So again, hopefully this was helpful for you. Hopefully you take something from this and actually utilize it, because I know it's the holiday season and I know we kind of just want to relax for weeks at a time and kick up our feet from all the hard work that we did throughout the year. But here's the other key piece I'd like you to do. Reflect on your last year. Reflect on 2024. Because you set out to achieve certain goals, to become a different version of you. Did you accomplish those things? Why or why not? And what do we need to do differently? What do we need to implement, and action steps do we need to put in place so that in 2025, we don't fall short the same way we did in 2024, right? So reflect on the previous year and take those things into account. All right. So again, this will help you walk into the 2025 as a new version of you, as a better version of you, with a little more confidence and belief, which I think we could all use a little more confidence and belief. At least personally, I know I can. So I'm sure a lot of you listening can as well. All right. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I'll see you in the new year.